Most people think you need to be saving thousands of dollars a month to ever have a shot at financial freedom. They see influencers online talking about their $10,000 per month side hustles and their six-figure investment portfolios, and they feel a deep sense of hopelessness. They look at their own budget, see they only have an extra $100, maybe $200 left over, and they think to themselves, what's the point? That's a drop in the ocean. It will never be enough. That belief that a small amount of money is meaningless is the single biggest and most destructive myth in all of personal finance. It is a lie that has kept millions of people trapped in the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle for their entire lives. It is the reason people give up before they even start. But here is the shocking truth the system does not want you to understand. That seemingly insignificant $100 a month is not a drop in the ocean. It is the seed of a giant redwood tree. It is the most powerful financial tool on the face of the earth. In fact, the math proves that a person who consistently saves $100 a month can end up with more money than someone who saves $10,000 a month sporadically. It sounds impossible. It sounds like a gimmick, but it is the mathematical reality of compound interest and human psychology. My name is John, this is the Penny Plan, and today I am going to dismantle the myth of not enough. I am going to show you the undeniable math of how $100 a month grows into a fortune, the psychological rewiring that this simple habit creates, and why this small, consistent action is the true secret to unlocking financial freedom. Before we get into the math, we have to understand the powerful forces that are aligned against you, the invisible enemy that tells you your $100 is worthless. I call this enemy the discouragement machine. The discouragement machine has two main components. The first is the external world. You are living in the age of the highlight reel. You open Instagram and you see your friend from high school on a yacht in Greece. You open TikTok and you see a 22-year-old crypto genius leasing a McLaren. You watch TV and every commercial shows a family living in a 4,000 square foot house they seemingly got for free. This constant bombardment of curated, debt-fueled lifestyles makes your responsible, disciplined act of saving $100 feel pathetic. It makes you feel like a failure. It makes you feel small. The machine wants you to feel this way because a discouraged person is a good consumer. A discouraged person gives up on saving and buys the thing that gives them a temporary hit of dopamine to feel better. The second and more powerful component of the machine is your own brain. Your brain is not wired to understand compound interest. It is wired for linear thinking. If you lift a weight 10 times, you get 10 times stronger. If you walk 10 steps, you are 10 steps away. Your brain expects that if you save $100, you are $100 richer. It has trouble comprehending that the $100 you save in year 1 will be worth more than the $100 you save in year 10, because it has had more time to grow and multiply. This linear thinking creates an effort versus reward mismatch in the early years. Let's imagine a hypothetical person named Dave. Dave starts saving $100 a month. After 1 year, he has saved $1,200 of his own money. Maybe with market growth his account is worth $1,250. He looks at that $50 of growth and thinks, I sacrificed for 12 months, I said no to dinners out, I skipped buying that video game, and all I got was $50, this is a scam. So Dave quits. He cashes out his account and buys the video game. Dave is the victim of the discouragement machine. He quit the marathon at mile 1 because he didn't feel like a world-class runner yet. The stakes of quitting are your entire life. If you succumb to this machine, you are guaranteeing a future where you will be working for money until you are physically unable to. You are surrendering your freedom without a fight, all because you were tricked into believing your efforts were too small to matter. The system wants you to believe you need to hit home runs. But the truth is, you win this game by hitting singles, consistently, for a very long time. Let's dismantle this machine with the one weapon it cannot fight: cold, hard math. We are going to look at what actually happens to that insignificant $100 a month over time. The first pillar, the mathematical proof of compounding. Let's assume you take your $100 a month and invest it in a simple, low-cost S&P 500 index fund. Historically, the stock market has averaged about a 10% annual return. We will use a more conservative 8% just to be safe. In year 1, you invest $1,200. At the end of the year, with an 8% return, your account is worth about $1,250. This is the Dave moment. This is the moment of maximum discouragement. You did all the work, the money did almost nothing, but you don't quit, you keep going. Let's fast forward 10 years. You have personally contributed $12,000, $100 times 120 months. But your account is not worth $12,000. It is worth over $18,000. You have made over $6,000 in pure profit just by letting your money sit there. Now it is getting interesting. Your money is starting to pull its own weight. Let's fast forward again. 20 years. You have contributed $24,000. Your account is now worth nearly $59,000. You have more than doubled your money. Your profit is $35,000, far more than the $24,000 you put in. The snowball is picking up speed. Now for the mind-bending part. Let's go to year 40. Maybe you started this at age 25, and now you are 65. You have contributed a total of $48,000 over 4 decades. Your account balance is now over $350,000. You put in less than $50,000, and you have over $350,000 to show for it. Your money did the vast majority of the work. That $350,000 can generate over $14,000 a year in passive income for the rest of your life, using a safe 4% withdrawal rate. That is more than you were contributing in the first place. You have created a perpetual motion money machine, all from a meaningless $100 a month. The math is undeniable. The problem is not the amount. The problem is the time. Your patience is the secret ingredient. The second pillar, the psychological rewiring. This is arguably more important than the math. Saving $100 a month is not just a financial transaction. It is an act of identity creation. Every time you automatically transfer that $100, you are casting a vote. You are casting a vote for your future self over your present self. You are telling your brain, I am the type of person who invests. I am the type of person who is building a future. I am a builder, not just a consumer. This seems like a small thing, but it is profound. It starts to change how you view every other financial decision. When you are faced with an impulse purchase like a $200 pair of sneakers, your brain no longer just sees the sneakers. It sees the alternative. It thinks, that is 2 months of my freedom fund. That is 2 months of my wealth-building machine that I am about to trade for a piece of rubber and leather. Suddenly, the purchase feels different. It feels expensive in a way it never did before. This small, consistent habit trains your delayed gratification muscle. We live in a world that wants this muscle to be weak. Buy now, pay later is designed to atrophy this muscle. By making a small sacrifice every single month, you are doing reps. You are building financial discipline. And that discipline will bleed into every other area of your life. You will become more disciplined with your health, your career, and your relationships. Furthermore, this habit breaks the cycle of financial nihilism. This is the feeling that nothing you do matters, so you might as well just spend everything. It is a common coping mechanism for people who feel overwhelmed. By taking one small, concrete action every month, you prove to yourself that you are not powerless. You are in control. That feeling of agency is the antidote to financial anxiety. You are no longer a passenger in your financial life. You are the pilot, even if you are just starting with a small plane. The third pillar, the momentum engine. The initial $100 a month is not the end goal. It is the catalyst. It is the spark that lights the fire of a much larger financial transformation. When you successfully save $100 for 6 months in a row, you build confidence. You start to look at your budget and think, that wasn't so hard. Where else can I find money? Maybe you realize you can cut a subscription and find another $20. Maybe you can cook at home one more night a week and find another $50. Suddenly, your $100 contribution becomes $170. This process also makes you more valuable at your job. The person who is disciplined enough to save consistently is also the type of person who is reliable, forward-thinking, and responsible at work. These are the traits that get you promotions and raises. When you get that raise, the average person immediately upgrades their lifestyle. They get a bigger apartment or a new car, but because you have been training your investor brain, you do something different. You take half of that raise and you add it directly to your automatic investment. Your contribution jumps from $170 a month to $400 a month. Now the snowball is not just rolling, it is being fed. The timeline to wealth dramatically shortens. That $350,000 number we talked about, you might hit it in 25 years instead of 40. The initial $100 was just the entry fee. It was the price of admission to a game that gets easier and more rewarding the longer you play. It is the tiny gear that, once it starts turning, begins to turn the larger and larger gears of your financial life. The fourth pillar, The defensive power of small numbers. Even in the early years, before your account is massive, that small but growing pot of money provides a critical function. It acts as a chaos shield. Life is unpredictable. Your car will break down. Your kid will get sick. Your hours at work might get cut. For the person living at zero, these small life events are catastrophic. A $500 car repair can send them into a debt spiral that takes years to escape. But for the person who has been saving $100 a month for 3 years, they have a chaos shield. They have nearly $4,000 sitting in their account. That $500 car repair is no longer a crisis. It is an annoyance. They can pay for it in cash and continue with their life. This shield gives you leverage. It gives you options. It means you don't have to take the first terrible job offer you get after a layoff, because you have a buffer. It means you don't have to tolerate a bad situation because you are financially trapped. Even a small amount of capital provides a disproportionately large amount of freedom and peace of mind. That growing balance is not just numbers. It is a fortress you are building around your life, brick by $100 brick. So you have seen the math. You understand the psychology. You are convinced. You start your $100 a month plan. You are consistent. You are disciplined. A few years go by and you look at your account. It has $5,000 in it, then $10,000. You are proud you are on the right path. But right here, in this moment of early success, a new and dangerous enemy emerges. It is not the temptation to spend. It is the temptation to get smart. I call this the slow lane fallacy. You start to look at your slow, steady, boring index fund and you think, this is taking too long. You start watching videos about day trading. You hear stories about people who made $100,000 on a meme stock overnight. You see the crazy gains in the crypto market. And a voice in your head whispers, you are a savvy investor now. You have $10,000. You can do better than this boring 8%. You can speed this up. This is the most dangerous trap in wealth building. You abandon the strategy that is guaranteed to work slowly for a strategy that is likely to fail quickly. You take your hard-earned $10,000, the foundation of your entire financial future, and you put it all on red. You buy the speculative stock, you chase the hot trend, and maybe you get lucky once, but eventually the market will humble you, and you can lose in 6 months what took you 5 years to build. The pain of that loss is so profound that it often scars people for life, causing them to swear off investing forever. The twist is that the slow lane is the fast lane. The boring, consistent $100 a month strategy is the surest path to wealth. The desire to speed it up is your ego trying to sabotage you. The system wants you to get greedy. It wants you to gamble. Because when you gamble, the house always wins. Your greatest challenge will not be starting. It will be sticking with the boring plan long enough for the magic of compounding to do its work. The journey to financial freedom is not a sprint. It is a marathon. And it does not start with a giant leap. It starts with a single small repeatable step. That step is $100 a month. It is not just money. It is a declaration. It is a statement to the world and to yourself that you are taking control. It is a promise to your future self that you will not leave them to fend for themselves. Do not let the scale of the goal intimidate you into inaction. Do not let the highlight reels of others discourage you from your own path. The power is not in the amount. The power is in the consistency. The power is in the time. Start today. Open the account. Automate the transfer. And then be patient. Let the most powerful force in the universe, compound interest, go to work for you. You are not just saving $100. You are planting a tree in whose shade you will one day sit. If this video convinced you that your contribution, no matter how small, is powerful enough to change your life, then do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. And like this video so we can spread this message of hope to everyone who thinks they don't have enough to start. I'll see you in the next one.